All right, so this is the Nerdy Nonsense Podcast. We're just two nerdy guys that like to talk about stuff together, and this is episode 65.
Ooh, we're getting
Four,
close.
four away from that magical episode.
4 away.
There wasn't really a whole lot that happened this week that I know about. I know some things have changed with the strike as far as IATSE and some other things, but I can't really think of anything else that really kind of happened that I know of. But I guess I'll start off with what I did this week, and I really didn't do a whole lot this week. I've been preparing because next week I got told that I had to be out in New York for a couple days.
Oh,
so I leave on Tuesday and come back on Friday.
Okay.
So I've been trying to just like get stuff done for work and then also do some other stuff. But I did Sega is giving away one of the best fishing games of all time for free that's going to come out on Steam apparently August 1st.
Fishing Pro?
If you sign up, yeah, Bass Fishing Pro. Apparently, if you sign up for their newsletter, they're giving away, I think it ended, if you sign up by today, you get a free copy on the 1st for Steam, which is amazing because I remember playing it. It wasn't just on the Dreamcast, but it was also on PlayStation 1. And I remember playing it with my cousins and my grandfather a lot as a kid. And it was fun. So
I've seen sequels on PS4, PS5, Xbox.
They've done a lot of different sequels to the game. I haven't played all of them. I played some of them. But I remember that one in particular being really, really, really fun. Just like the way that you could see the fish and you could see the lure moving in the water and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Oh, nice.
So I'm excited to get that on the 1st. Not that I'll be able to play it because I'll be in New York, but at least I have it. The other thing that I was playing just a little bit of was Sea of Thieves. They released apparently a huge customization update, and now you can like customize your entire ship.
Oh, nice.
To like the inside, you can put like treasure chests everywhere. You can put like trinkets and stuff on the walls and trophies and stuff, which is kind of cool. I haven't really gotten to play a whole lot of it, but I did play a little bit with some friends, and it was really fun. They also changed the combat system just a little bit, and I kind of like it a lot more now.
So I guess
get a chance to I didn't get a chance to do like the ship-to-ship combat stuff because apparently that's vastly improved. Because we didn't come across anybody, but just like the hand-to-hand combat, like when you go to islands and stuff, I like it a lot better.
As far as I know, because I know some people that play the game, before this, you were only able to like customize the outside of the ship, I think.
Yep, you could buy skins for the sails, for the hull, and then for the cannons, the steering wheel, and I think the ornament that's on the front of the ship. Aside from that, everything else was just kind of like it was always just the way that it was.
Yeah.
But now I think you can change all the way down to like the map table that you have, which is really cool. I haven't gotten anything yet for it, but I saw my friend's ship and he has like jewels and all sorts of treasure chests everywhere and this like really cool ornate like map table. It's really interesting now.
Nice.
I still don't like how you can't dye your clothes because like if you get a certain jacket, it's stuck at that color forever.
Oh yeah,
which kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but
probably they're gonna do an update after for those, I guess.
I hope so because I have a really cool Plague Doctor set that I like a lot, but it's like brown, like burlap color, and I wish I could dye it to like purple or orange or black would be really cool. But it's stuck at like this weird burlappy color. But I've been enjoying that. That's kind of fun. I only played it for a couple hours this week, but it was really kind of fun. The other thing that we did is we've been watching So I Think You Should Leave, that Netflix show with like Tim Robinson, where it's like a bunch of sketch things.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's pretty funny. Like we joke around that a lot of the sketches are like me, because the way that Tim Robinson kind of acts in a lot of the sketches is like how, not that I'm a dick, but like just how enthusiastic I get about certain things, and I just like get really loud when I talk. It's just really funny. I think the show is great. We're on, I think we only have 3 episodes left of season 3, which just dropped, I think, in May. It was fairly recently. But we kept seeing the memes on TikTok and like Instagram, and I was like, I really want to watch this show, and it did not disappoint. It's great. The other thing that we did was last night. I don't know how we want to do it because of the strike. How do we want to talk about like movies that we've seen? Because I know that there's a lot of guidelines around it, and
you can still talk about the stuff that you have seen.
Okay. Because we saw the Haunted Mansion last night. We bought tickets as soon as they went on
sale.
Yeah,
they came out
like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I liked it a lot. They kind of changed the story from like what people kind of inferred from the ride. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I thought it was pretty good. The only thing that I didn't like was at the end, Jared Leto, like the last quarter of the movie is just kind of like, you can tell he's hanging from a wire, like a guide wire. And he's very emotionless and doesn't really move or like emote or anything like that. So it was just kind of like weird.
Wait, I thought he was a Hatbot's ghost.
He is. But there's like the last half of the movie he kind of spends flying around. But the last quarter of the movie he's static in one spot. I don't want to spoil too much of it because it's kind of integral to the story.
Interesting. The trailers will have. Yeah, based on the trailers, I would think the opposite because he's like, I'm a ghost and I'm gonna get you, the kind of stuff.
I was gonna say, like, the trailers kind of made it seem a lot different. The trailers also misled you on the story, which I thought was really clever.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I might see it on Monday.
Definitely still not happy about the decision, and I guess we'll talk about it later when we talk about the news. But the placement of the Hatbox Ghost at the ride in Florida. But at least in the movie, they did make reference, like the movie kind of takes place in the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland.
Oh.
But you go to the Haunted Mansion, quote unquote, from Disney World. There's like a plot of them going there. But it's not really called the Haunted Mansion in either parts. But they go there because they have to get something. I just thought it was clever that they made both places that they have to go to that are kind of haunted or part of the story look like the ones from Florida and Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of clever. There's a lot of like weird little nods to certain things, like on the ride if you've been on the ride, and I think someone said there were some references to the Eddie Murphy movie. I didn't catch any of those, but that's not to say they're probably not there. But it was fun. Rosario Dawson was really good. Everyone was really, really good, except for the last half of the movie. Jared Leto kind of fell apart as the Hatbox goes. Which, given his track record, recently the last couple movies he's been in, I'm not that surprised.
Yeah, it was a toss whether he's gonna be good or he's gonna be bad.
At the beginning of the movie, he's like terrifying. It's funny because we were talking about this at the end of the movie, watching the credits, and it's like Beetlejuice, where I know this movie's going to be a cult classic. It's going to be like a Halloween movie through and through.
I've been seeing a lot of good reviews about it.
But it's like there's a lot of humor to it, but there's also a lot of like scary, scary stuff.
Oh,
and like Beetlejuice is the same way, where there's just like the end of the movie is like terrifying for kids, but a lot of it's like kind of goofy and zany and whatever. But Tiffany Haddish, amazing. Everyone in the movie was really, really good, except for Jared Leto. And I kind of didn't like Jamie Lee Curtis's Madame Leota. I thought she was just there. Yeah. I mean, Madame Leota is an integral part to the story. It's just like her acting in the movie itself just wasn't as good, I don't think, as it could have been. Because she's a great actress. She can do a lot of different things. I feel like she just kind of was very uninterested in the role. Or maybe they told her to be that way. I don't know. But that's just the vibe that I got.
Nice. Yeah. I'll check it. I'm gonna check it out on Monday.
Definitely recommend it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. I would definitely go see it. It was great. I liked it a lot.
Nice.
So that was pretty much it for me.
Let's see. For me, haven't seen any movies this week. Just getting out a little late from work, so I didn't have the time because it was very warm, hot outside to stay longer, so I wouldn't stay home. But pretty much I just watched my shows. The Crowded Room ended this week, and this is Tom Holland best role. Like if he doesn't get nominated for an Emmy, it's gonna be like
Highway Robbery. Yeah, I've heard that from a bunch of different people that this is probably the best thing he's ever been in.
Yeah, it was so good. Let's see. The After Party season 2 has started the last 2-3 weeks. I know they did like 2 episodes at once on the opening, 2 or 3. And this week they did well, for people that don't know, The After Party is the show on Apple TV Plus, is by Laura Miller. And this is the second season, but pretty much the premise is the same for both of the seasons. There's a murder. Tiffany Haddish is this cop. She comes into the scene and interviews each of the people in there, like questioning them to see and they start telling the story from their point of view. And each episode takes the form of a gender in a movie. So one episode could be the whole story that the person is telling to Tiffany Haddish character is shown as a comedy or a Jane Austen romance or whatever. And this week's they did a Wes Anderson parody, and it was
I heard about that.
It was so freaking good because they had everything on point. The long shots of moving to one side to show something, people talking just like in a Wes Anderson movie. So yes, I got the information they gave me and saying all these high-end words or whatever. Some wording appearing on the screen to note something. They even had one section that it was all puppetry, just like in a Wes Anderson movie. But yeah, it was hilarious. This season hasn't been as great as the first one, but like I said, some episodes have been good. The first one was good, and this last one was really good. But again, probably it's because I'm a Wes Anderson fan, so maybe that's why this episode was great for me. Let's see what we do in the shadows. Have you seen the latest episode?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. What we do in the shadows, we did see it live. This episode was great.
I'm gonna sing in Greek, but what I forgot to be told is that I'm singing the song of their enemies.
The whole Pride Parade thing was amazing.
Oh, from last episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one.
Wait, that wasn't this week's episode?
Oh no! This week's episode was something else. The Pride Parade one was last week.
Oh, so then I didn't see it.
Yeah, this week I wanna say the A plot is Colin Robinson related. The B plot is Naja and Naja pretty much, and the C plot is Nandor.
Ooh.
Yeah. But this week was really funny. Let's see. Always Sunny. Was there an episode this week? I'm thinking that there wasn't any.
I don't remember seeing one.
Yeah. I'm not so sure if they're skipping this week. Because the last episode that I
No, the
remember.
last episode was on the 19th.
Okay, so I guess it's skipped this week for some reason.
Oh, that was the season finale.
What?
Yeah, the last 2 seasons have only been 8 episodes.
Oh my god. It has already been 8 episodes?
Yeah.
It felt that it just begun.
I know, because they did a double Frank Shoots the and Danny Inflates.
That's
both premiered on the same day.
That's why I hate when they do that, especially on short seasons. No wonder I didn't saw any Always Sunny. I was expecting more. Well, I guess we saw the last episode as the last episode of the season last week. Something that also ended this week was Secret Invasion. As you might have seen online, the last episode didn't got great reviews. In fact, I think it was the lowest score review episode for an MCU show.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking about how this show is the worst.
I wouldn't say it's the worst. It's just that it didn't know what it was. At least between episode 1 and 4, you can see where is it going. It's leaning more of the secret, the spy stuff. But then, with episode 4, 5, and 6, it starts going the other way, more on the actiony, but the super actiony kind of stuff. And I'm like, and then you can tell there's a lot of cuts. There were a lot of stuff that were cut. Because and this one is the scene that a lot of people are pointing out the reason why we think
I've heard from a bunch of different people too that this was supposed to be 8 episodes and they cut 2 out, and that's why it feels like it's a lot more rushed.
Yeah, that's another thing. It feels a lot very rushed. Yeah, because on the original trailers, and a lot of people are pointing this out, many channels and whatever. There's a shot on one of the trailers that you can see Gaia crying over Talos' body. At least it looks like it's there, and we never see that in the show. So
really?
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, yeah, they cut a lot of stuff.
Not to spoil it, and I haven't seen the whole show yet.
Fuck.
You can correct me, but
yeah.
A lot of people are saying that the B plot between Talos and Gaia was kind of like wasted this entire series.
Yeah, that's another thing that was kind of rushed as well. Like it was done in 3 or 4 episodes.
It's almost like they introduced her and then they kind of threw her out after a couple episodes, and they were like, "We're done with you."
Well, Gaia is
still. I've heard from a couple different.
No, she's still around, but the thing is, they don't cross path that much. I think she's barely in episode 5, and then she becomes a big part of episode 6, and it's like not earn it in a way. So yeah, but yeah, it had potential, but a lot of stuff felt rushed, and also didn't help that each episode was like half an hour or less, or at least the episodes were getting shorter and shorter as it went.
That was something I noticed, because the first episode that aired was like
40-something minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and then episode 3 was 35 minutes. Or episode 2 was 35 minutes, and then apparently everyone said that everything after that was 30 minutes or 25 minutes.
Yep. So that's another
so
thing.
Weird.
I know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. And
considering every other MCU show so far has been a 45-minute episode.
Some of them, and for the shorter ones, they've been like 10. She-Hulk, I think, is the one with the most episodes. But
I meant like they were 60 minutes.
Yeah,
I think every other MCU show so far was either 45 minutes or 60 minutes, and this one was every episode was 30 minutes, which is weird.
I think She-Hulk was in the 20s, but again, that one was a comedy, didn't have much of a plot, and also it was like 12 episodes or something like that. It was one of the longest episodes, so it didn't affect they had time to do stuff. But yeah, a lot of wasted material. There's a big theory, conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, surrounding something that happens on episode 6, and the directors are like, "Oh, It could be, or it could be not. We left it there so it can be ambiguous, so fans can do their own theories, and people are like, "So you didn't plan this, so this is the bullshit answer."
That's what I've heard from a lot of people. Is there's conflicting stories or conflicting information within the whole series itself.
Yeah,
which is very unlike the MCU show so far, because usually they're very consistent about like this is it and that's what happened, and they don't kind of go and change the story at all, or change like other things.
Yeah, this one, it had potential, but it was all over the place. So yeah, not such a great show, and I don't think it's gonna be referencing the Marvels at all. Whatever happened here, even though supposedly it's leading into the Marvels, but we'll see. Let's see what else. My adventure with Superman is still going good. There's
that's the one that's on Adult Swim, right?
Yeah, but it shows also on Max the following day. And then the latest episode was good. There's also a big controversy surrounding something that one character does. So if you go to the internet right now, especially Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, there's a big discussion about something like something that happened there. But again, so far the good show, it is a good Superman. This episode especially, he does many Superman stuff, so it is a good. I like the show. What else? Second invasion. That I talking about Superman. I started Superman and Lois. I know I saw the first season a while ago, and then I forgot to follow it. So I finished season 2 today, and I'm gonna be starting season 3, which is shorter than the other ones. I think it was during the pandemic, or it was affected by the pandemic, so that's why it is shorter than the other two. But again, it is one of the best looking shows of the CW bunch, quote unquote, because I believe this one was also co-produced by HBO, so it had the money to do the better effects. But
yes.
I
think it was one of the last DC shows that
on the CW
was co-produced with HBO.
Yeah, so
at least from the CW, I mean.
Yeah, good show so far. Like I said, I'm gonna start in season 3. Thankfully, we know we're getting season 4, so that's good. What's the other thing? That just trying to remember what else. Because I know
Bleach this week was amazing.
Oh yeah. Another good episode today. So freaking good. I almost didn't watch it because it was yesterday, July 29th, but yesterday was Peru's Independence Day, and normally what they do over there, the 28th is a holiday, the 29th as well, and they do a parade on the 29th, and I was able to watch a live streaming on YouTube. So I was doing that the whole morning, but I was able to catch Bleach as well this afternoon after the party was over. But yeah, another great episode. What else? Some 100, Zombie 100, SOM 100. Still funny. I'm liking that show.
Oh, Zomb 100?
Yeah, Zomb 100. And apparently the live action is gonna start next week on Netflix.
Which is wild because the season just started on Crunchyroll.
I'm gonna assume the manga is already over, so they're doing both of them at the same time.
Huh.
Unless the live action is just borrowing the first couple chapters or whatever and then doing their own thing. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna watch and compare because that breaks my head that we're getting the anime just starting a couple weeks prior, and then we had the live action just this soon. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
Yeah, that, and what else? Oh, and then this week the pre-orders for the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man controller, the face plates, and the PS5 went out, and I was only able to get the controller.
Yeah, I heard everything was literally sold out in like
The
minutes.
face plates sold out in seconds.
Ooh.
I wasn't even able to put it on my car because by the time they put me on a queue.
Yes.
So by the time that the queue was over, I went to check for the face plates, and they were gone. And the only thing available was either a PS5, which I don't need because I have a PS5 already. I don't wanna buy another one, so I just went for the controller.
I mean, at some point you'll see the faceplates come back up on the PlayStation
Oh yeah,
Store
I hope
again.
so. Yeah, I
won't be a
know.
big deal.
Yeah, I was looking just in case Amazon or other place like that had it. I know I saw Best Buy getting it and something else, but by the time I check it out, they sold out as well. And Amazon didn't carry the faceplate, so it carried everything else, but also everything else sold out.
Damn.
By the time I jump into that one, but I have the sorry, I have the controller on pre-order, so that's good. It should be coming on August 1st, I think it is the release date, or September 1st, one or the other. I think it's September 1st. But yeah, I like the controller, so I'm happy. I wouldn't be more happy if I get the face plates, but yeah. And I think that's everything that I did this week. Trying to remember if I did something else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Let me see what I can talk about first because I have a whole bunch of what you call it, strike stuff. So, let me see. So this week we started with a little something that misled a lot of people, but the following day it was confirmed what it was. So I want to say Monday, a steel book for WandaVision was shown to be set for September, but the funny thing is it didn't come out with a disc. So people are like, "What the fuck? Why
I
is
saw
this?"
that. I had no idea what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, so why is Disney doing this? Because it was a steel book, came with a lot of bunch of stuff like uh other goodies inside, but no disc.
Did
The
it come with
follow
at least like a download link?
well, no, nothing. But then
Weird.
it was revealed that this is not a Disney release. This is in fact from a Hong Kong company that does this kind of stuff for collectors mostly. So they will make a steel book for I don't know a movie or something like that, but they're selling only the steel book in a unique design or whatever with a bunch of other goodies inside for people to collect, implying that you might have the movie, right? But yeah, at the beginning I was like, this is kind of weird, but then the following day I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Although I don't
I feel like
know.
we saw this at one point a while back with Hawkeye. The same company did something for either Hawkeye or it was Loki or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was confused back then too, but I guess it's so weird though that you would want to buy everything else that comes with a steelbook except for the DVDs or the Blu-rays.
Yeah, and the thing is, there is not a WandaVision Blu-ray or DVD out there. They haven't released anything.
Is that the only MCU show that's not been released on Blu-ray?
As far as I know, none of the MCU shows have been released in Blu-ray and are available in physical form.
That's so
wild. That's why with the news break out that the steelbook will be released, people were like, "Oh, finally!" But then they were like, there's no disc." And then they were like, "Oh, this is not a Disney release." So yeah, I mean, it's still weird that you will go and buy a steelbook for something that doesn't have a disc out there. If it was something like I don't know, the prior MCU movies, I can see that. So you can get your own copy from a regular DVD or whatever it is, and put it in the new one, in the shiny new packaging. But
because I've seen them do that before, where it's like for something that already has a release on physical media. So that I can understand, but in this case, like where it's digital only, why would you buy? I don't understand.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense to me.
It's weird. Let me see. So, oh yeah, park stuff. Yeah, so Universal announced a lot of houses and scare zones for Halloween Horror Night this week. I think it's everything at this point.
I believe so. Yes. It was what was really interesting about that too was they released more information about the Universal monsters, and we know that it's going to be set in France, and it's going to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't know why Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yes, Dr. Jekyll, I think, and Mr. Hyde, the Invisible Man, the Phantom of the Opera,
Yes.
just as the Hunchback, and there was something else. But they're using for the most part the obscure quote unquote monsters, which is kind of cool. Then they announced as well another house is gonna be based on the upcoming Exorcist movie, which I didn't know there was an Exorcist movie coming out until I saw Oppenheimer because they showed the trailer.
Is this another one of those prequel movies?
It's a sequel actually. The mom from the first movie, she's in this movie and playing the same character, just older. And apparently they already what you call it greenlight the sequel. Apparently they're gonna do a trilogy out of this sequel. Is this gonna be a sequel trilogy?
Another sequel trilogy? Because didn't they already do 3 Exorcist movies?
I think there's 3 Exorcist movies. But yeah, this one is obviously a new cast or whatever, but they're bringing the mom from the original. Let me see. The Exorcist.
Very interesting.
So the new movie is called The Exorcist Believer. And let me see. Was there a sequel? Yeah, there were more, in fact. And The Exorcist 2 was in 77. The Exorcist 3 was in 1990, and this one it looks like wasn't 100% connected. Then we had Exorcist the Beginning in 2004, Dominion, the prequel to The Exorcist in 2005, and now we're getting another trilogy of movies. So we are up to 3, 4, 5 movies with 3 more coming.
Damn.
And apparently there was a TV show as well.
But yeah, that kind of failed.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the houses is gonna be The Believer, based on this new movie coming out. The 2 girls that disappear and then they come back and they're like, basically they're possessed. They don't remember what happened, and then possession stuff starts happening. What was the other one? They confirmed Chucky. I should have put my list. The Monsters. Boop, boop, boop. Halloween Horror Nights 2023. So yeah, The Exorcist, Chucky Ultimate Kill, Stranger Things, The Last of Us, the Universal Monsters Unmasked, Doctor Oddfellows Twister Origin. Apparently, this guy is gonna be the icon of this year.
Yes, he is apparently going to be on all the merch and stuff.
Yeah, there's a Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate, which I know is based on the ride that they used to have.
That's funny.
There's Jedi Campgrounds Kills, so Jedi related. There's the Darkest Deal. This is mostly based on that legend of the devil making a deal with a musician.
The devil went down to Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, this is based on that. Blood Moon Dark Offerings is something related to the colonial era stuff, so witches, that kind of stuff. And then these are the haunted houses, but where are and they announced a show as well. Where are the freaking Curses? I know one of those is like vampires set in the 70s, like a kind of Woodstock kind of thing.
Or it's like a reference to shit.
Because they've been doing that for the last couple of years. They've been doing I know, was it last year, the year before, they did the 80s prom, and it was vampires. They did a 60s kind of thing, as a 50s kind of thing, and now this one is gonna be 70s, like a music festival. Halloween Horror Nights, Scare sounds like, oh, I should have noted that. But what are you? We go. These are the houses. There you go. Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror. Just to tie in with the house. Something called Dark Zodiac, which is also related to Dr. Oddfellow. That's why they're saying that he is the icon this year. Jungle of Doom Expedition Horror. I guess it's gonna be related as well to the Jedi house.
That's what the rumors are. Yeah.
Yeah, Bamp 69 Summer of Blood. This is the one that I was talking about. It's a 60s like Woodstock kind of theme festival, but with vampires. Shipyard 32 something. This is San Francisco. They're using the San Francisco area for sea horror. And yeah, those are the scare zones, and obviously they're having a couple of shows and the merch they were showing as well, and the food, the special food that is always interesting. I mean, if I go,
it's basically like the Epcot Food and Wine Festival food.
Yeah, I mean, if I go, I'm obviously gonna go more for the food than anything else, because I'm gonna be super scared. But yeah, and then on the Disney side, they announced food for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween as well. They released a whole bunch of stuff this year, like 40, around 40 or so dishes, or well, the dishes meaning drinks and pastries and kind of stuff.
I think it's the most they've had in a while.
Yeah, and some of them will be available the whole day at Magic Kingdom, and the majority obviously are gonna be exclusive during the celebration. So it will be interesting to get. One of the stuff that I like that I saw is like a apple green churros.
Oh, green apple churros. Yes.
Yeah, they're supposed to look like the poison apple, What was the other thing that I saw? The witch's cold brew. So the vignette,
yeah, that sounded really good.
So the vignette that I sent you today or yesterday. Apparently, that's only for a limited time because of the Haunted Mansion movie. It's not part of Not So Scary.
Oh, I thought they were doing. I'm sorry, not beignet, donut. I thought they were doing.
There's that one is there's a lot of donuts.
Okay. I don't know why I said beignet. I meant I meant donut.
Well, they are releasing a vignette, but only for during the Haunted Mansion film release window or something like that. There is a Cajun burger that I wanna try. Char siu chicken that I wanna try. They have a Hades cone. Also, I noticed a lot of spicy stuff this year. While I was looking at the menu, there's a lot of spicy stuff.
The Pain and Panic, yeah, there's a bunch of different spicy stuff.
Yeah,
but some of it, like the Pain and Panic dog or whatever, they did have, I think, last year. Mm-hmm. But I think they added 2 new things that were spicy this year.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm still excited to try everything because they added a bunch of pastries this year.
Oh, yeah.
And a bunch of different ice creams and desserts. I'm super excited to try them.
There's a good looking skull brownie near the.
Yes.
This one is near near the Haunted Mansion. This has Mexican black chocolate, and that one is a little. That one is a little.
Barber House, I think.
Yeah, that one is a little spicy.
Yeah, it's got chili and Mexican chocolate in
it. Yeah, it has some chili in it. That's what I'm saying. This year they're putting a lot of spicy stuff. I talk about the apple churro, Hades cone. Let's see. There's a black velvet whoopie pie that I want to try. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to try. Always, I don't know how much I will be able to get, but I want to get as much as possible. I made a list of the stuff that I want to get for sure, and then everything will be everything else will be if I have the time. And then, oh yeah, I know. And then the big thing that they announced also this week is the Hatbox Ghost is coming finally to Walt Disney World, which I know a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that they were closing the Haunted Mansion for a couple of days, and a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna add the ghost in there," which they said that we're gonna do. So yeah, it is here, just in time for the Haunted Mansion film to come out. Now you can give your opinions about the addition of the ghost.
So, after watching the movie, I kind of understand now where they want to put it by the Infinite Hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping they don't get rid of the armor, because the suit of armor that's there randomly moves.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's kind of like trying to attack you or whatever, which is fun. But I really hope they don't get rid of him and they put him, the Hatbox Ghost, on the other side of the Infinite Hallway. But I still wish they would have put it in the attic. It would have made so much more sense, because that's where it is at Disneyland, and they really should be in the same spot. For like brevity's sake, if they really wanted to give him his own scene and really kind of tie into the
movie,
the Haunted Mansion movie, they should have put him in the graveyard scene and given him his own thing around there. That would have been awesome. But it just kind of seems kind of lazy for them to put it where they're planning on putting it.
Mm.
I'm still happy, don't get me wrong, that they're adding the Hatbox Ghost finally. I think it could have been in a better place.
Now I'm wondering if it's gonna be voiced by Jared Leto.
He doesn't actually have a voice. Oh wait, no, he does have a voice. I'm sure they'll probably use the same recording from Disneyland.
Maybe, because remember when Jack Sparrow became a thing, they added him to Pirates.
Yeah, but they added him at both parks, so he's not just at the Disney World. He's at Disney World and Disneyland. But also, the Hatbox Ghost has always been at Disneyland. So he's already got a voice. So I don't know that they're going to necessarily change it. From the rumors that I heard when they first announced it at D23, I think it was this year or last year, that they were adding the Hatbox Ghost. The rumors were that they were just going to use some of the spare animatronics that they already had at Disneyland and just add him to Disney World. But,
okay.
I mean, especially now that the movie's out, who knows?
Yeah, I was figuring because I was like, well, the movie came out, so and they're adding him because of the movie, more than just, just adding him. Because they couldn't do that any other time, but they were like, oh well, we have a movie coming out, so might as well add it,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried, but I'm not that worried because no matter what, it's still going to be a great addition to the ride itself. It's just going to be a little jarring that it's before, like in the story of the ride, you don't see any of the ghosts until after the seance with Madame Leota. So the fact that you can see him as a ghost before anybody else and before Madame Leota kind of doesn't make sense as the whole ride is concerned, but. If you watch the movie, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's still kind of stupid, but I understand it.
It's all about synergy, baby.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have any more park stuff? I don't. Just double confirming. Nope, I don't have any more park stuff. So I only have a couple more things before all the 1,000 of delays happening and possible delays news. So there was a rumor, or not a rumor, actor Thomas Hayden Church, who people know as Sandman from the Spider-Man films, he came out this week saying that he heard a rumor that Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire are working on a potential Spider-Man 4. And obviously, every single news, geeky news site went with that, and I was like, I don't think he might know about this stuff, but I don't know. They being a whole bunch of campaigns trying to get a Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man 4 or the Amazing Spider-Man 3 done, especially after Endgame. So. After No Way Home, so I don't think it's happening, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely. When I read that, I was like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because I don't think that Disney or Sony is going to greenlight that, especially with Tobey Maguire as old as he is now. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Let's see. The first trailer for Castlevania Nocturne was shown this week. It's premiering on September 28th. This is a sequel for the prior Castlevania animated series on Netflix. This is following Rector Belmont, which is the grandson of Trevor. So, and based on the trailer, it's set during the French Revolution, so it will be interesting. But yeah. I'm glad that this show is coming back, or a new version of this show is coming back, and it's the same.
It was really good.
It's the same. It's the same animation studio and the same writers, so it should be good. But I like how we're jumping in time and focusing on other Belmont characters. A lot of people are hoping that we get Soma for the next one from what's the name? What's the name of the game?
It's not the N64 one. It's
no, it's some.
Oh man, I can't remember now.
Area of Sorrow. So we're hoping that we get the Area of Sorrow games adapted next, since it's jumping in time and that game supposedly is set in the present day, quote unquote. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Oh yeah. Paramount went ahead and announced that they greenlight a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sequel. The movie's coming out in 2 weeks, so they're very trustful that they're gonna make money, and early reviews seems to be
early reviews are like
freaking good.
This movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of getting a movie sequel, also they're working on an animated series with the same voice cast. So it's gonna be.
Oh hell yeah!
So if they
I wonder if it's gonna be the same animation style too. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Hopefully it is. I'm thinking that if they do a TV show, it might be something to bridge the movies or something like that. I will assume, especially since you're gonna use the same voice cast. But yeah, and then I saw. Did I say this last week? Oh yeah, I said it last week that they're gonna bring the 89 series as well to streaming. In fact, I saw today that they have the first episode on their YouTube channel, on the official Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles channel.
Oh, the 1899.
Yeah, they have the first episode in, and a lot of people. And when I saw people commenting on that, I went to watch the episode, and they're right. The opening is weird. There's a weird edit on the opening, on the voices.
I've heard that from a couple different people. I haven't seen it. I'm not that into Yellowstone, so.
Yeah. I think some people are saying that there might be some right issues going on, and that's why some points of the song, the pitch is a little higher or lower. So it's not like 100% the same as the original. But it's still the song, so it doesn't affect me. Let's see. The Righteous Gemstones have been renewed for season 4.
I just saw that today. I was so excited.
I'm so happy about that. That freaking show is so funny. Oh yeah, I forgot. Have you seen the last episode?
No, but I've seen episode 1, 2, and 3 so far.
Oh yeah, this last episode was so good. Let's see. I think this is the last one before all the strike related stuff. Let me just double confirm. Yep, this is the last one. So the Lando TV show for Disney Plus apparently is still alive. Just this week, it was announced that Donald and his brother Steven Glover have signed to write the series for Disney. The deal was done before the strike, so obviously they're not gonna write anything until the strike is over. But they confirmed it this week, and like I said, I thought the series was long dead for a while because they announced it like
that was back in 3 years ago because the movie came out in 2019.
Yeah, 2018, 18.
Yeah, that it was announced in 2019 that they were going to do a TV show.
Yeah,
I've never heard anything since. Oh my god, it was 4 years ago. Holy shit.
2018, yeah. They announced it in 2019, and then also just a couple months ago, Donald Glover he was interviewed, and obviously maybe he was lying because of this deal was going around behind closed doors. But he was like, "Oh, Disney hasn't called me at all about this show." So I was like, "Oh, great! It's dead. It's dead already." But I guess he had to lie because they were in talks.
He probably didn't want to say that like it was definitely for sure happening when it was still in negotiations.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, I understand that as well. But yeah, but like I said, because of those comments, I was like, "Oh, the show is dead." But no, it's happening now. We need to wait until after the strike for it to be actually written and then shot. So I probably is gonna be a 2026, 2027 release for sure. And now we can go into the big meaty part because there was a lot of stuff related to the strike. A lot of movies being pushed, a lot of rumors or reports about studios considering moving stuff, and then some other stuff related to that. So the first piece of news that came out this week related to the strike was that the Rock donated a huge quantity to the SAG-AFTRA in support of the strike. They call it a historic sum. I don't think they said how much he did, but yeah.
I don't think they're going to tell us how much it was. But
Oh yeah.
It's historic, and a lot of people are saying that it's the most amount that anybody's ever donated. A single person's ever donated before.
Yes. So I guess he's doing something good that is not Black Adam.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but he's a producer in every.
Oh yeah, he's a producer. Yeah.
So he's making bank on every movie he's in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. That's one of the main reasons. There were so many issues with Black Adam, at least on the background, because he was a producer. He was getting involved into trying to change so many things, mostly favorable to him, especially Black Adam being, even though he was the bad guy, he was like, oh no, my character cannot lose, and he has to be the hero at the end. And they were like, he's a bad guy. And then he was going like, oh, if I fight Superman, probably gonna win and all that shit. And he was the one that I think pushed to bring Henry Cavill for that cameo behind the backs of Warner Brothers higher ups.
Yeah, they apparently had no idea that was happening. He brokered that entirely on his own.
Yeah, so there was a lot of infighting, and because he was a producer, he thought he could do whatever he wanted. But anyways, yep, good for The Rock for giving all that. Also saw Jason Momoa also saw this week donated a whole bunch of food, so it can be given during all the strikes locations, especially in California, since they're also getting hit by a big heat wave. Like mostly water, but that kind of stuff, and they saw that. I don't know if I commented it here or not, but just a couple of weeks ago, Universal cut off some trees that were giving shade in front of Universal.
I think I mentioned it when we first started talking about the strike.
So
the SAG AFTRA when they joined it. And now they're being sued by the city of LA because they don't have a permit, they don't own the trees, and they get it in the middle of the summer, which is killing the trees.
Yeah, so that's cool. They're so screwed. Just like these.
They're like, oh, but we filed and we do this every year this time, and it's like you haven't filed a permit in 6 years.
Yeah, they need to do the permit and all this.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know Disney was doing something similar, closing a parking lot or whatever. This week.
They closed one of the shaded parking lots so that they couldn't, which is kind of fucked up. But
yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. So, the Venice Festival will continue as scheduled. Since the only film that is actually just being pulled out due to the strike is Zendaya's Challengers. Some films that are going to be featured there are mostly it's still going to debut there, but their wide release to theaters are either not decided or they being pushed this week. Some of the films that are going to be featured is Michael Mann's Ferrari, Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things, which it was announced that it's going to be delayed from September to December. And Sophia's Coppola Priscilla, which is a biography on Priscilla Presley. But yeah, the Venice festivals are still going to continue. It's just some of the movies over there, who knows when they're going to happen. And like I said, only one film from there, Poor Things, has officially been moved from September to December 8th. There were a lot of reports saying about many studios probably moving stuff. Disney apparently is considering to move The Lake Wish, Netskull, and The Marvels. Then
Wish the animated film?
yes.
Oh, I literally just saw like the full trailer for it last night.
Yeah, well, those are reports. They're nothing confirmed yet, but based on the reports that they came out this week, those three films are probably gonna be moved. Poor Things, which is also gonna be released by Disney under the 20th Century Fox banner, was also part of that report, and that's the only one that has been officially moved. So maybe this will happen, maybe it will not. Warner Brothers apparently has also thinking about moving Dune 2, probably to March. That's the rumor. Also, and I think I mentioned this last week, Aquaman and Blue Beetle are another ones that they're probably thinking about moving them, but nothing is official. In fact, I saw today that Dune is gonna take more IMAX screens away from the Marvels, since they're releasing around the same time, because they have a deal with IMAX just to do more, to get more screenings, just similar to Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible. Oppenheimer had a deal with IMAX to get more screens. Let's see. The Emmys have been officially been delayed. At the moment, they are moving from September 18th to an unknown date, although the tentative date is January 2024, because of the strike again. Yeah, this whole section is the strike. So it wouldn't surprise me if the strike continues. The Oscars might be as well moved, and the Golden Globes wouldn't surprise me if those are moved as well. And then yesterday, in fact, we got a big announcement of movies being pushed by Sony. Bad Boys 4 has been moved to June 14. Venom, who was supposed to be, Venom is moving to July 12th. Craven, which was supposed to be released October 6th, is moving to August 30th, 2024. That one is the biggest push of all, which is doesn't make sense because it's the only movie that is actually done.
Yeah,
we have the trailer.
I was like, but we have a trailer. We have that they finished 90% of the movie. All of the recording's done. It's just like the mixing and everything else.
Yeah, they had the release date already in a couple months. So unless the CGI is still being worked, I don't know.
I'm so was like bewildered by some of this like pushing, because some of it makes sense, some of it like is just completely baffling to me.
Yeah, Madame Web is moving to February 14, and Beyond the Spider-Man's the Spider-Verse has been officially moved, but they have not given us a date until the strike is over, since apparently the voice cast they weren't able to record all the voicing for it, so they're stuck.
Wouldn't they still be able to, though, by the SAG-AFTRA rules?
I don't think for this one. As far as I know. The other stuff that they move as well, Gran Turismo is only moving 2 weeks from to August 25th. And then Ghostbusters 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it will be 4. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the same universe.
Yeah. The sequel to Afterlife, which they haven't even given it a name, was supposed to be released in December. Now it's moving to March 29. And I think the trailer was shown at San Diego. No, it wasn't San Diego. It was CinemaCon. There you go. But it was only shown to the people there, so nobody outside the press has seen the trailer. But still, we don't have a name, so. But that one probably they're just moving it to finish the CGI, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of moving on that side. Other than that, let's see, what else do I have? I know there were a couple shows that were moved. Silo, which I haven't seen, but it's on my list. Season 2 has been also put on hiatus. I know Viola Davis has decided not to continue filming her new movie G20. Let me see what else. Where are you? There was something else that I saw, but I cannot find it. Yeah, I think that's everything that I have. Oh yeah, and forgot to comment with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Have you seen that video that the promo that they doing? They brought back the "I Like Turtles" kit.
Yes, which apparently was, from the rumors I've heard, was entirely Seth Rogen's idea.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't put it past him to do that.
Of course, it was his idea. And the kid is not a kid, and the kid is not a kid anymore. So I feel old now.
24, 25 now, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, but yeah, they're interviewing him, and he has the same makeup on, and he's like, "I still like turtles." Yeah, it's so funny. And yeah, that's
another promo. I don't know if you saw for the what was the last movie you saw in theaters?
The last movie I saw in theaters.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer and Barbie.
When you were there, did you see the new trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they start singing K-pop?
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's so good. Allison was at the bathroom last night, and they kind of played it as one of the previews. It was hysterical. They're tied up, and they just start singing, and he's like, "Oh man, now I'm gonna miss." Donatello's like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss all my K-pop." They start trying to sing.
Oh my god!
I forget what it is. He's like, "That's not even the words. You guys are doing this so bad."
Of course, they're gonna be into K-pop. And I saw, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but apparently Vanilla Ice is gonna be in the movie as well.
Yes, he's gonna be one of the mutants, apparently.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's one of the mutants.
Yeah, which I until yesterday I didn't know, because the trailer ends and then they give you all the names of all the actors, like the big name people. Yeah. And I saw Vanilla Ice as whatever, I forget what he was, and I was like, oh my god, yes.
This movie just keeps getting better.
It does.
Yeah. I don't know if you have anything else to add that I might forget.
I'm looking through. I don't see anything. Oh, remember, I think it was last week where we were talking about how HBO Max came things from their the streaming platform.
Yeah.
Apparently, the next one that's going to be axed is Over the Garden Wall, and it's being axed apparently August 31st.
Oh.
Which is historically September 1st to November, almost like Thanksgiving time. Apparently, it gets streamed a lot on HBO Max, or was getting streamed on HBO Max that much for the last 4 or 5 years, and it gets a lot of streams around that time. So it's very strange that they're doing it the day before the highest streaming, of that particular TV show. And apparently, the rumors are also coming out that they're pulling all of the DVDs or the Blu-rays. So you're not going to be able to buy it in physical or digital at all either, which is really shitty.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there. They're just...
Everyone is like clamoring now because people are now creating their own pirate servers and just mass downloading all of these TV shows because like you're not going to be able to get them anymore once they're off of HBO Max. And once apparently a lot of the shows that are being removed recently, I think I mentioned it last week, HBO's also removing them from like Amazon Prime and Apple TV. So you can't watch them, or like if you purchased it, you can't re-download it at all.
Oh, wow.
Which is even shittier. So people are clamoring now to download all these shows because they're afraid that they're going to get removed completely.
And burn them into DVDs or whatever.
Exactly. So that they can preserve them, so that they can watch them or go back and watch them again. It's such a weird, and I understand that some of it is because they're trying to stick it to the writers right now, the voice actors and stuff like that for the strike. But if you want to get back at them, this is not the way to do it, because you're only going to piss off the fans who are going to end up dropping your service. Because if you keep dropping all these shows, no one's going to want to be on your platform. It's just such a weird. What's his name? Zelensky, whatever the fuck his name is.
Savsa. Yeah, Savsa is an idiot.
He's such a dickhead.
Just like Musk, who was changing his the building, the signage, and the dumbass doesn't have the permit, so he's getting already.
Doesn't have the permit. He's being sued for it.
He's being sued for it.
He owned a weird uninsured bank that got merged and with another bank and became PayPal in like 1999.
Oh.
And in early 2000, he tried to change the name of the company from PayPal to X.
Jesus.
So he's been trying for over 20 years to make X a thing. X is not going to be a thing. No one likes X. No one's going to say, oh, I X'd someone or I X'd at this person. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, I saw today they changed the tweets to post or something like that.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
So dumb.
And it was, what's even more weird to me is that he said that he was stepping down and not even going to be on the board anymore because he's being forced out. And that was like 2 months ago. And it still hasn't happened. So I don't know what's happening at Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently they're losing one of their buildings because they haven't paid rent in 6 months now. And rent or utilities in like 6 months. So they're about to be foreclosed on one of their buildings, and the second one is apparently even worse. That's the one that they were trying to change the signage on and didn't have the permits for. So,
my God, not only the sign, and then I saw that he wanted to install. Well, he actually was able to install this Edge light feature or whatever at the top of the building that, for some reason, it flashes like a freaking camera. And they were like, they have already complaints because it's flashing to another building and doing this weird flashing that a lot of people are like, this is gonna create issues for people with seizures, epilepsy, seizures, that kind of stuff. So there's another suit going against that as well.
I'm not surprised. And apparently he did it on, I don't know if seen, but if a building's over a certain number of feet in certain states, it has to have a flashing red light, and apparently that's what he put the X on top of. But because of the way that it's facing, it's not 3D.
Yeah,
it's blinking into one building.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, like, first of all, the FAA is going to come after you. Second of all, like, what the fuck are you doing? Point it somewhere where it doesn't matter. Not at another building. Like, they're gonna sue you at some point. And apparently there is a suit. So
there's a suit already. Yeah.
He's such an idiot. One of the things that I don't think that we mentioned a while back was the corn dog stand that's at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming to Disney World, and I think it was announced last week or the week before. And I only remembered today because everyone was talking about the pickle chips or the fried pickle spears that are at Food and Wine, and they kept comparing them to the corn dog, the pickle corn dog you can get at Disneyland.
Yeah, I saw that there's a pickle corn dog.
Yeah, which will be coming now to Disney World. We don't know where. I think the rumors are right now that it's coming to Disney Springs, which would be fun.
I believe I saw they're going to Disney Springs.
I'm cool with that. That'd be fun. Fine with that. But I think other than that, I don't really have anything else. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens this week, because for sure we're going to have more SAG-AFTRA strike and writer strikes, push news and that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. things are only going to start ramping up now. I have a strong suspicion that as we get, deeper into this strike, things are going to get exponentially worse.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. I think that'll about do it for this week's episode. Obviously, if you want to, if you could, like, comment, subscribe, it really helps us get the name out there. Also, hit us up on Twitter at Nonsense Nerdy. We're still trying to figure out Threads. No one knows what Threads are.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. Or our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/nerdy nonsense. Let us know if there's something that we missed or if there's, anything coming out that you're super excited about. Love to hear about it. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.